Hi, I'm Josh from eSpares. A question we commonly get asked at eSpares is how do I change the motor on my Dyson vacuum cleaner? Now, why would you need to change the motor? Well, if it's cutting out while you're using your vacuum, or if it's producing some sort of burning smell, then it's probably developed a fault and you're going to need to replace it. In this video, I'm using a Dyson DC04, which is one of Dyson's older models, and it's very important when you're buying your new replacement motor that you make sure you get the right one for it, as there are a couple of different models available. Now, to carry out this repair, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver and a T15 Torx driver, and obviously your correct replacement motor as well. Now, safety first, make sure you've unplugged your Dyson from the mains before carrying out the repair. Now, the motor is housed underneath the post motor filter here. So to get to it, the first thing I'm going to do is just remove the canister and pop that to one side. And I'm then going to use my flathead screwdriver and remove the post motor filter cover and the filter underneath. Now, underneath we have several Torx head screws, which is where the Torx head driver comes in, and you're going to need to remove 8 of these screws. There are 2 inside here, 2 outside, 1 here, and another 3 here at the front. Next, I need to remove the top half of the motor assembly cover, and I just do this by gently working it free from the rest of the body of the vacuum. Now, you need to bear in mind that the belt that drives the brush roll is housed under here, so you're going to have to work the motor out from underneath it, and that belt's going to be quite tight, and that's the whole of the assembly loose. Now, the motor is housed inside here, so I'm just going to grab my flathead screwdriver and pop off these clips. Now I've removed that retaining ring, I can just push the spindle of the motor. That'll free it from the housing, and then gently pull it through. Now, the motor is connected to the power cable with these 2 connections, and it's important to take note which connections are connected to which terminals. So I can just pull those off, put my old motor to one side, and then just reconnect the terminals to the new motor. I'm now going to put the mounts from the old motor onto the new motor, both on the top and the bottom. Now I've fitted the old mounts onto the new motor, both on the top and the bottom, I can locate the new motor into the motor housing. And I do this by locating the nibs inside the housing into the holes on the top mount. Now, it's very important to not catch any of the cables while I'm doing this, and to make sure the motor is sitting nice and firmly inside the housing. Now that's done, I can turn it over and replace the locating ring onto the top of the housing. Now that's in place, I can put the new motor into the vacuum, and I'm just going to dress the cable into position. And now I just need to put it all back together. And that's it. One new motor fitted, to a Dyson DC04. Now, it's important to remember that once you've fitted the new motor into your Dyson, you're going to need to reattach the drive belt around the motor spindle. And you can see how to do this in another eSpares video. Spares for Dyson and other manufacturers are available on the eSpares website. Thanks for watching.